Hey guys, so this is a quick video where I will explain why Jack of all trades is criminally underrated rune and why most people are sleeping on its strength. So first of all, I must say, I really like the design of the rune. I heard Expetu say that it reminds him of the certain constraints that were put on you while you were building your Hearthstone decks back in the day. For example, you could only use spells or only use minions or only use odd or even mana cost cards, for example. So what this does is it requires you to gather all the different stats that items provide. For each different one, you get a stack, and for each stack, you get +1 ability haste. But more importantly, if you get 5 stacks, you get +10 adaptive force, and if you get 10 stacks, you get +25 adaptive force. These are some crazy numbers, and the potential of this rune is absolutely crazy. But it requires you to go out of your way to collect all the different stats, like collecting Pokemon. So I absolutely love this creativity in League of Legends builds. And I must say, for Bruisers at least, I just found out, getting to those 5 or 10 breakpoints is deceptively easy. So if you find any other builds that work well with this rune, for example, something for supports, I am very interested to hear that. But let me show you how easy it is to get it on a Bruiser build. So you want to start with Doran Blade, which itself gives you 3 different stats. Now, let's first understand that you want to hit the breakpoints, those 5 and 10 breakpoints of different stats, as early as you possibly can to take advantage as early in the game as possible. If you are a bruiser who wants to build any attack speed item, there are many of those, such as Trinity Force, for example, you can just buy basic boots and a dagger, and you already have your 5 different stats milestone. It's that easy. So this gives you 10 adaptive force and 5 ability haste, this first milestone. 5 ability haste costs 250 gold, and 10 AD in your bruiser case, which is your 10 adaptive force, is going to get turned to the 10 AD, costs 350 gold. That totals additional 600 gold in stats just by going this pretty regular build that can be built on almost any bruiser. 600 gold is an insane value. So imagine coming to your lane with 2 kills, which is equivalent of 600 gold, after you recall for the first time and buy boots and a dagger. That is crazy. Now, you might say that, okay, you can hit the 5 breakpoint quite quickly, quite easily, but how would you hit the 10 breakpoint, the 10 different stats breakpoint? Well, so you have 80 lifesteal and health from Doran Blade, and then you get additional attack speed and ability haste from Trinity Force. But then you need to get just 5 more, and what you can do is you need to finish your boots. That's, obvious after you finish your first item, perhaps Trinity Force. The boot choice here is incredibly important, and there are specific boots that give you 3 stats, and those are by far the best boots that you can buy if you're running the Jack of all trades rune. Those boots are the Mercury Treads. These boots give you 3 different stats. That's way more than any other boots give you. At this point, you only need to buy 2 other stats to reach the 10 breakpoint. And I'm going to say that for some builds, you might have to go a little out of your desired build path, but I'm going to recommend Dead Man's Blade here. The item itself is extremely underrated. The stats that it gives to you are super useful, and I could talk about it for a long time, I think, but all I will talk about is its synergy with the Jack of all trades rune. So you see, it gives you the armor stat, which is super useful if you're a bruiser, obviously, and it's a unique stat for you at this point in your build. But it also gives you, it gives you health, and you have that already. But it also gives you, look, what do you see? It gives you, that's right, percentage movement speed. Now, you might think, wait, don't you already have movement speed stat from your boots? And that's right, but boots give you flat amount of movement speed, while Dead Man's Blade gives you a percentage movement speed. And those two movement speeds are counted as a different stats. So that would already give you the 10 breakpoint, which is super easy to get with this build. I mean, you literally build 2 items. And now this is the good part. It gets better because you do not need to actually finish Deadman's Blade here to get to that 10 breakpoint. All you need to do is to build armor, so you would buy cloth armor, obviously, and then you need to get the percent move speed, which only requires this 800 gold item. If you start buying the Deadman's Blade in this way, you get the 10 breakpoint instantly. So, and what does this breakpoint give you is, first of all, it gives you that 10 ability haste, obviously, but we already know that 5 ability haste is equal to 250 gold. So 10 ability haste is equal to 500 gold. Real deal here is the 25 adaptive force, meaning 25 AD. 25 AD is what pickaxe gives you, and that costs 875 gold. So if you add those together, this rune alone gives you 1,375 gold worth of stats once you get these items. That is more than 4 kills and 1 plate. Imagine just randomly, in the middle of the game, getting 4 additional kills. The amount of stats that this gives you is absolutely busted. So anyway, I just wanted to make a quick video about that. As I said, if you have any other build ideas for this, please post them in the comments and I will see you in some other video. Bye bye.